Yeah, so there's a way to progress all of the cars, the controlled articular rotations. So what you've seen so far is all of them unloaded. So you've seen them sitting on the ball, right, working on shoulder blade rotation. You've seen me kneeling, working on shoulder, right, controlled articular rotations. There's lots of ways to progress it. And if you want to turn it into like a core exercise, a shoulder stability on one side, and shoulder, capsular, shoulder blade exercise on the other, there is a way to do that. I like doing this when I'm doing upper body lifting. I like to work on my mobility at the same time that I'm doing whatever it is, whether it's a pull-up, bench press day, any kind of upper body day. I like to incorporate my mobility in between, but I want to turn it into like a strength component and really work. So I'm going to be on hands and knees. Again, same idea with lumbar spine. I don't want to be sitting out with my ass out in the air. I want my ribs on top of my hips, so I'm not moving anywhere. My right hand is going to be my stable hand. I'm going to keep that thing right where it is. I'm going to create some stability.
Just so people know what they're looking at, it's everything within available ranges that you can do, and you can really feel the stability that's being created through each step of the way.
Yep, the hand that stays down feels like you've been working out. So my hands and fingers are pointing straight ahead, but my elbow pit is pointing that way. I'm going to take this elbow pit, not move the hand, and I'm going to try to get that elbow pit pointing straight ahead. So I'm going to lock in shoulder stability on this side, on the right side. So once I've got that, I'm going to do my shoulder car. I'm going to start the same way, like it's right in front of my hip, it's right by my knee. Nothing's going to move anywhere else except that shoulder as I intentionally lift up as far as I can, get that arm, hand turned around. And if you can't tell already, I'm starting to struggle. I'm on that struggle bus right now, pushing through the floor on that right side as I get that entire end range of motion. My tricep is cramping right now, and so is my lat. Got it on my back. There's my rest period. I'm going to pull it off again. I'm reaching that end range, end range, end range, end range, end range. And then I'm going to work all throughout this big circular end range so I come to that overhead position. And I'm going to bring it down just like I did before. Whew.
Go through a couple of key points. One is when you're on your knees here and your arm is here, you are pushing away, right?
I'm pushing away.
You're getting it in here. You're making sure that elbow is screwed in, the way the pit comes forward, right? You've got your pelvis and your ribs together. Not terribly strong, but together. You're not trying to, do a full crunch. It's not a crunch. It's you're here, but it's supported. And then you go through the ranges that are available to you.
Yes.
You're not trying to push a range to go, okay, I'm going to be here, and then I'm going to try to get it.
Well, and that's one of the things.
That's what you want to avoid. That's not what you want.
Yeah.
Right. You want to be here, and you come up, and this is it. That's all I got, and then you're turning, and you bring it back. So knowing how to perform this is really the critical part, because so many people will look at this and say, oh, that's easy. I'm just going to take my arm up and around. If it's easy, you're probably not doing it right.
Exactly.
Again, it's not. This is not the bro training part. It's the pro training part, which is it takes work and it takes concentration, the finesse.
Yes.
And if you want to take that extra mile for it, this is worth it.
And you aim for the heart when you walk on the floor. You a real gal, Batman killer. But you ain't never did with the boys in the band, with the bands in the box like Dilla. Love it when you hill up, will up, bring it back, come rewind. Try to have your X-Man back on your line, but I'm a real player, never act like you're mine. Leave you disappointed, you gon' act like you're fine, and I see it every time.